Hey guys, Coach Pat here bringing you a foam rolling mobility routine. For those of you that have a foam roller, you know how valuable a tool it can be. It's great for recovery, great way to rehab some muscles, as well as a great warm-up tool. Maybe you have some tightness in a certain body part. It's a great way to work out a knot or something like that, or it's just a great way to help bring some blood flow, bring some nutrients to a certain area of the body. So those of you who do not have a foam roller, I would encourage you to look into it. They can be quite inexpensive online. Look on Amazon, Walmart, things like that. I actually got mine at a Marshall's, and I think I got it for something like 10 bucks. It was quite inexpensive, and it's something that I find myself actually using every day. So today is going to be a quick follow along routine that you can do at home with me today. Or it's something that you can take the movements that we do and extend, do them for longer periods of time than I'm going to do today. But foam rolling is something that you can spend as little as 2 to 5 minutes on, or upwards of whatever you'd like to do. If you want to sit in front of the TV and foam roll for a while, that would be a great way to spend your time. So we're going to start today working on our glutes. We're going to work our way down our legs, and then we're going to do some upper body as well. So we got a nice little full body routine, but for me, I always like to start with my glutes. I start actually in this position, so go ahead and take a seat on your foam roller, and I actually like to just roll back and forth. This is a great way to bring body awareness to yourself, so I always like to let my body tell me how I'm going to start. So today I feel a little bit tighter on my left glute, so that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to take my left leg, cross it over my right, so now I can then really isolate that left glute. I'm going to roll back and forth, find a spot that's tight. For me, it's higher up on the glute today, and just quick little movements, or short. You don't have to go big rolls, little movements in there. Find something that's tight, work it out. Good, 15 to 30 seconds each spot. We always want to be even, so now I'm going to cross my right leg over my left to get into that right glute. Back and forth. Little movements, find something that's tight, and work it out. Good. Now I'm going to move my way down the body, all the way down to my calves. You can roll these. I always like to do things one at a time to allow myself best balance, so I can plant one foot, plant both my hands, always aware of my posture, or working on my posture awareness, and I can lift my butt up and actually then roll back and forth. You may find certain areas to be more painful than others. That might be your body telling you it's a good spot to spend some time, but I'm going to roll all the way around, really get into those calves. I've been running a lot more during this quarantine, so this is where I'm really feeling it. So if anybody's been running, this is a great place to spend some time, just like with our glutes. Wanting to make sure we spend equal time on both sides. So I'm going to plant my feet, plant my right foot, and get into that left calf. If you flex the toes towards the body, you're going to be able to get into the muscle differently. Really fully relax that calf that way. Roll back and forth, whatever feels really tight. We'll move our way up the back of the leg to the hamstring. Still planting my right foot, keeping my weight on my hands, and I'm going to roll back and forth on that left hamstring. Whatever feels tight. Hamstrings, a big muscle group, very dense, so you can spend a lot of time. Most people are very tight in their hamstrings from sitting, from the movements that we do, or lack thereof. Switching sides now, left foot is planted, going back and forth, bigger movements, but I'm staying on the muscle belly itself. I don't ever want to roll down onto a joint. I'm just rolling on ligaments and tendons. Which is not going to give me any benefit, may cause more harm than I'm actually doing, or than any good. So you stick in the muscle, you stick in the middle of the muscle between there. So I'm going to make sure that I'm rolling kind of between here and here on the glute. Same thing with the calves. Now I'm going to move up to the quads here. And for the quads, I like to break it up into upper and lower. Let me make sure you guys can see here. So I'm going to start on my upper calf into my hip here. My right knee is planted for balance, and then I can get down onto either my palms or onto my elbows, but I'm just going to rock back and forth, staying on that upper portion of the quad here. Excellent. Now I'm going to move down towards that bottom portion again, just staying in the muscle belly, going side to side. Another technique, if you wanted to, instead of rolling back and forth, instead of rolling the roller, we actually roll our body. So you can go side to side and it'll hit it a little differently. So I prefer to roll the roller, let the roller do the work. You can attack it from a different way. So let's turn around and get the upper portion of the quad on the opposite side. Left knee is down onto my elbows or hands, rolling back and forth, all in that upper portion. Always remember to breathe. Can be harder to remember through any mobility routine, especially this foam rolling, because we're so focused on the movement. Now moving down towards that bottom portion. Excellent. I'm going to move into the inner thigh or the groin area. Same thing. I'm going to work on upper half or inner groin and then move my way down the leg. So for this one, left leg flat on the ground. I'm going to bring my right knee up towards a 90-degree angle to my body, place it right on that roller, and then I'm going to roll myself side to side. Focusing on that inner thigh, move my way down towards the lower portion there, rolling back and forth. Excellent. Switching sides. Upper thigh here of the inner portion into the groin area, back and forth. And then moving down the leg, legs up at a 90-degree angle. Good. Now we're going to move towards our upper body into our back. In regards to the lower back, I'm not a fan of actually getting onto the roller and rolling around on the lower back. There's not as many muscles to protect. A lot of pressure gets put on the spine that way. But a way to work on that lower spine mobility is we actually put the foam roller in a stationary position. I plant my heels and I actually then lean all the way back onto it. So again, this is where I'm controlling everything. So I crunch up, exhale all the way out, really arch back, relax into the roller. One more. Good. I'm going to move down, my body down, roller up my spine, cross my arms all the way across, lift my butt up, and now working into my upper back, rolling up into the traps, side to side, focus on one lat, upper back as well, versus the other. Good. Again, you can spend as much or as little time doing any of this as you'd like. Great little routine, and we'll finish up with the front of our body, with the chest. This one can put a lot of pressure on the chest or shoulder, so we don't have to do very much. Most of my body is actually lying on the ground. Position this at an angle into my shoulder, and then it's just very slight roll in here, whatever feels comfortable for you. A lot of people are very tight in the shoulder. This is going to be beneficial for that. Thumb, I would always put your thumb down here, then I can roll down into that anterior delt a little bit, and that front portion of the shoulder. Switch sides. Again, most of my weight is on the ground, so I'm not going to overload and hurt myself. We're just rolling into that chest. Good. Thumbs down so I can get into that shoulder. Great work, you guys. If you decide to ever do this you're watching TV, invariably I usually end up liking to lay right like this. I can lean side to side on my head, work up, finish up with the neck. That way we've really truly done all the way up the body. But that's a great little foam roller routine, quick. Again, spend as much or as little time as you'd like doing it. If you don't have a foam roller, look online, find one little inexpensive one, and I cannot wait to see and hear how you guys like it.